Elephone has one unique device, the S3. The main selling points of this phone is its bezel-less design and affordable price. This is Linus. Find out if this phone is any good in our full review. The phone ships in quite a premium hard plastic box, and the contents of the packaging include some paperwork, SIM ejector pin, a charging brick, and a nice tangle-free USB cable. Elephone S3 stands out from the crowd of affordable devices due to its bezel-less display. I have to tell you that it indeed looks great. However, the view on the very edges of the display is distorted quite a bit to make that bezel-less look, but I'm okay with that. The 5.2 inches 1080p LCD panel itself is great. It is sharp and crisp, and color reproduction is good. We have a 5-megapixel selfie shooter along with a non-customizable LED flash on the top and on-screen navigation buttons instead of capacitive ones. Also, the phone sports all-metal design and superb flagship-grade build quality. The buttons are nice and tactile, and the phone feels very nice in the hand. We have a 13-megapixel Sony camera coupled with a single LED flash. Right below the camera, there is a fingerprint scanner, which is accurate and it recognizes a fingerprint from the standby mode. However, I found the display to respond slower than usual if you unlock the phone very quickly several times in a row. The loudspeaker sits on the bottom and the sound quality is okay, but as usual to the budget phones, the sound lacks depth. Overall, I really love the top-notch build quality of the phone, and the device looks great due to its bezel-less design. When it comes to hardware, it is obvious that Elephone S3 is a budget device after all. It spars an octa-core MTK6753 chip, which is clocked at 1.3 GHz, 3 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of expandable storage. These kind of specs will let you enjoy 3D games only if you play them on medium graphics. Still, you should expect some occasional stutter and quite a few skipped frames. Also, the phone tends to get warm pretty quickly, but it does not overheat. When it comes to the user interface, we have a few options out of the box. You can either go with the LE Launcher, which removes the app tray and has some redesigned icons, or you can select stock Android launcher for a more conventional look. Either way, the phone runs on Android 6.0. We have some customization options like a baked-in theming engine, the ability to change the transition effects, and so on. Also, we have plenty of gesture controls that work fine. As usual, I just use a couple of them, for example double tap to wake gesture. Overall, the UI runs fast and fluid, and I just had a few minor hiccups over the time, but you don't need to worry about that. The image quality is kind of a disappointment. The main issues are with soft or uneven focus throughout the image. That means that most of the shots will not look good. Some decent looking macro shots are possible, but again, they could look a little bit better. The low-light camera performance does not impress, and the images look darker than in reality. There is quite a bit of noise and low amount of detail. A 5-megapixel selfie shooter will do the trick for social media, but again, there is a lack of detail in most of the shots. The video quality is okay in general, but the main issue here is aggressive auto color shifting once you move the camera. As for connectivity, I don't have any complaints as everything has been working fine. However, the GPS lock speeds could be slightly faster. The phone ships with just 2100 mAh battery, and it is one of the weakest points of this device. I could get just over 2 hours of screen on time on a mixed use. Also, the phone tends to drain quite a bit of power on standby. Hopefully, Elephone improves the power management in the future software updates. Elephone S3 tries to stand out from the crowd of the budget smartphones, and it delivers in certain ways. Its bezel-less design, sharp display, and top-notch or even flagship-grade build quality are the best aspects of this phone. Also, we have the UI, which has some nice customization options and it runs fast most of the times. However, the gaming performance could be better, the camera does not impress, and the battery life is disappointing. All in all, we should applaud Elephone's effort trying to stand out from the crowd, but we also have to say that this phone delivers in some ways but falls short in quite a few departments. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and if you want to see a more in-depth review that includes some more camera samples, benchmark results and more, please visit gizmochina.com. Also, please subscribe and check out my own TechLine HD YouTube channel for some more videos. See you soon.